What is the best workout split for building muscle? This is a question I get all the fucking time, so I'm gonna answer it really quickly for you today. I'm gonna compare the different splits. I'm gonna tell you which one I found success with and which one I recommend to almost every single person. Let's do it. So, in terms of deciding how to do the workout split that works best for you, there's only a few factors I consider. Number one, how often are you making it to the gym? This makes a huge impact on which workout split works best. I'll tell you why. When I prescribe a workout split to a client, I do so to enable them to fit the most possible volume in for each muscle group. What do I mean by this? When we train at the gym, the more volume we do, up to a point, the more results we're gonna get. So if someone can only make it to the gym 3 times a week, I'm not gonna prescribe them a split where they do a leg day, a back day, a chest day, an arm day, a shoulder day. Because if I do that and they're only going 3 days a week, they don't have time to do all those workouts. And for that reason, they're only gonna end up working out certain muscle groups once every 2 or 3 weeks. Whereas what we actually wanna do is fit in as many workouts as possible throughout the week for each body part. So the number one determining factor as to which split you should do is how often you're gonna be training and how much time you have while you're at the gym. Take me, for example. Fitness is a very key part of my life. I tend to train 5 or 6 days a week. I own a gym. I have a lot of access to training time, right? I can train whenever I want. For that reason, a split like the bro split makes a whole lot of sense for me. For those who don't know, the bro split is when you train a different body part on each day of the week. So because I'm training 6 days a week, I can have a chest day, a back day, an arm day, a leg day, a shoulder day. Because no matter what, I'm gonna be training all of those with quite high volume every single week. However, if I could only train 3 days a week, it would make a whole lot more sense for me to do push-pull legs. Because in that push, pull, and leg day, I'm gonna be hitting every single body part. So look at the amount of days you train and line that up with a split that enables you to get the most volume out of each muscle group. Here's a simple way I walk through it with my client. If you can only make it to the gym once or twice a week, we're gonna go for an upper body and a lower body split. That way, every little muscle group is gonna get a little bit of working out each week. We're also gonna push quite hard during those workouts because 2 times a week is not really enough. But if that's all we can do, we're gonna make it work. Next, if you're going 3 or 4 times a week, we're gonna go for a push-pull leg split. That way we get as much volume in each muscle group as possible. We do a push day, a pull day, a leg day, and then whichever body parts are lacking, we do an extra one of those if you have 4 days. If you can do 5, 6, or 7 days a week, I recommend the bro split. That way you can maximize volume, focus on some detail work for the different body parts, and really get the most out of those sessions. In my own personal journey, I've tried all of these splits. I've done an upper-lower split, I've done a push-pull legs, and I've done a bro split. Because of the fact that I train so consistently, I spend so much time at the gym, the bro split works out best for me. That way I can maximize volume, maximize effort, and really fit in a whole variety of exercises for each muscle group to make sure I'm sculpting my physique the way I want it. That being said, I know most people probably don't have the time to train 5 or 6 days a week. So for most people, I would recommend push-pull leg split. There is an important caveat with this though. Constructing a push-pull leg split that adequately hits every muscle group does require some expertise. So if you can, get a program made. Ask me to make your program, get another coach to make your program. That way, when you go and do push-pull leg, you're not doing the same push workout every time because you don't have enough variety and you won't have enough knowledge to construct a workout on the day to find one that really ticks all the boxes. Even I fell into this trap when I did push-pull leg. You do push, you do a certain number of exercises. The next time you do push, you don't really remember which exercises you did, so you do some of the same, some of them different. And over a long enough time horizon, you won't have a well enough rounded physique due to lack of variety. Whereas if you do something like the bro split, every time you do chest day, for example, you're doing 4 or 5 different chest exercises. You're doing some upper, some mid, some lower. You get that variety. So it takes some careful programming to achieve that variety with an upper-lower split or a push-pull legs, as opposed to just doing a bro split. But like I said, the main way to choose is based on how often you can make it to the gym. Bear in mind that the less times you can make it to the gym, the more effort and discipline and structure you're gonna have to have with those workouts. Quick video for you today. If you got some value from this, feel free to subscribe. If you've got any questions, answer all the comments, so leave one down below, and I may even make a video about it. That being said, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.